There's a famous actor in Belgium. I don't know if you know this guy.
I don't know this gentleman.
He's called Matthias Schoenaerts, or Matthias Schoenaerts, I think you'd say. He was nominated for an Oscar for the film he was in last year.
Which film?
Bullhead.
Oh, he's the actor from Bullhead. He's in Rust and Bone as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's incredible.
Yeah, and they're calling him the next Ryan Gosling.
What? I'm telling him I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry.
What kind of advice would you give to him?
He obviously, he doesn't need me, but he's incredible. I mean, those movies are amazing. He's amazing in them. I mean, I have no advice for him. I just hope I get to work with him at some point.
So working with Matthias Schoenaerts, of course, is a national pride now because he's making such beautiful films in America, all over Europe. What do you think of him as an actor and as a friend?
Well, I've got to say, when Matthias said yes to this part, I think I screamed down the phone to Tom. I was like, "Are you kidding? Are you kidding?" Because I've loved him for a long time, and I think he is one of the great actors living. I really mean that. And I mean, Rust and Bone is just the most sensational performance. And my wife Hannah met Matthias last night for the first time, and she was going after. She's like, "I can't believe that's the same guy." Like, you know, he is really, and yet he's a visceral, brilliantly muscular actor. And yet when you meet him, he's like the most gentle, kind, sort of funny, sort of naughty man. He's brilliant.
And I was talking to Matthias Schoenaerts, your Belgian co-star in this film, last week, and he said he was so impressed by you. So can you return that compliment? But also, do you still learn from exciting, younger, new talents like that when you work with them?
Who's that question directed at?
Sorry, Mr.
Either
Redford
one.
and Ms. Van der, yes.
Okay.
Did you hear the question?
I did, yes. See, I can hear.
Yeah.
I'm just teasing. I saw Matthias in Rust and Bone, and I'm sure that many of you saw that French movie, and I thought, oh my gosh, this is not an actor. They found somebody in the south of France to play this part. This can't be an actor. And so when Ritesh hired Matthias to play my son, I was so thrilled, and I must say it was wonderful working with him. And I learned from him. You know, he's very understated, and yet he's always very, very full, and it was a delight to work with him. It was great. Give him my love when you see him.
Okay, let's talk about your leading man.
Yes.
So when he was cast, did you know his work, and did you know where he came from?
I did, yes, I did. I remember seeing him in Rust and Bone, and obviously being completely blown away by him. And I thought he was just such a perfect oak. I think it's so rare to find a leading man who has such a physical presence as well as being such a brilliant actor. And I think Matthias has a rare quality of being able to convey so much without words.
So the collaboration day-to-day on set, how was that?
It was great. I mean, we had time before, so by the time we got on set, we were very familiar. We had weeks before of rehearsal, and we spent lots of time together. So Matthias is an amazing actor, but also he's so much fun. So he was so excited about all of the stuff that we were filming on the farm. I mean, the sheep dipping scene, and, you know, he's very kind of gung-ho and excited to get stuck in with stuff like that. So he was a kind of joyful person to have around.
Yeah, he's a very nice guy. So also to hang around with, maybe after shooting, did you guys...
I'm a bore when I'm filming. Because
Did you know Matthias before you started shooting?
Not personally, I knew his work. Bullhead is sort of the movie that launched him and that sort of put him on the map in Europe. And he was one of the main reasons why I wanted to be part of this project. I think he's, just by his physicality, very different for French actors, for sure. There's a true animalistic side to him, and he's a super generous partner.
In what sense?
Well, he's just, you know, he's very present. He does his whole...
I also have to ask you about Matthias, because he's
good.
He's hot.
No one's been asking me about
Matthias.
Right now. He is.
He's like I don't want to upset you, but you're
No,
another notch
please.
on his bedpost.
Oh.
He's working his way through all these amazing actresses.
Well, we did. Matthias was, God bless him. He was absolutely brilliant because we had this love scene in the film, and you know, if you're doing a love scene, frankly, you got to really do it properly. I mean, obviously, you don't do everything. Of course, you don't. But you have to kind of commit to the fact that it's a bit uncomfortable. You don't really know the person, and that you find yourself in this really bizarre circumstance where you have to, you know, make out and do all the rest of it. And of course I was pregnant, and I genuinely did feel quite physically uncomfortable and also unconfident. I mean, I didn't feel great, you know. And so I thought, well, I'm just going to have to tell him, because then he's going to need to help me out, you know. And so so I did. I went to his trailer and I said, I need to tell you something. And he said, oh yeah, what? And I said, I'm pregnant. And he went, now? That was his response. And I said, well, yeah, like, when else do you think I mean? I am pregnant right now. And he said, okay, cool, congratulations. And I said, yes, but we've got to go and do a love scene. And I'm not really feeling too great about myself. And actually, I'm feeling a bit sick today. He's like, oh, whoa, okay. You know,
set the mood.
Sort of, yeah. But no, he was very, very sweet, because he was able to kind of move me, you know, away from or towards the camera in ways that were favourable to my physical state.
Perfect lover.
And he really was. He really did look after me, I have to say. He really helped me out. And he kept his pants and his socks on, so that was
Your co-star. So, did you know Matthias's work beforehand?
I did.
Yeah.
A little bit, yes, I did. I had seen Baldhead and I had seen Rust and Bone.
So what did you think of him, and what did you expect from that collaboration?
Well, I was in the room when his name came up as a possibility for Le Notre, and I just went, oh my God. We have to have Matthias Schoenaerts. We have to have Matthias. We have to have a. I mean, it was just the idea that it could even be possible was, you know, just so overwhelming to me. And when he agreed to do the film, none of us could believe our luck. I mean, he's an incredible actor. He's such an incredible actor, and he really looks like a man. You know, he's got. He has that strength and that size to him that is really very powerful, you know, and you don't always see on film. And he also has that sort of rugged look as well, which is very much him, is a part of who he is, that was, of course, so beautiful and so helpful for his role. And he's just a sweet person. It was really such a pleasure to work with him.
Yeah, because I was just going to say, I hung out with him a couple of weeks ago for another interview, and then afterwards we went to have a drink. He's also a nice guy to wind down with, I guess, after shooting stops.
Yes, he is, yeah.
So how was you know, the personal contact? And
It was great. It was absolutely great. I mean, if I hadn't have been pregnant, I'm sure that we would have gone out and drank wine together probably every night. But no, he's very, very easy to be around.
It's
very
going to be
much
everywhere.
so.
There's so many movies coming out with him, so you're not
Yes.
surprised by that, I guess.
No,
the way his
not
career is
remotely.
taking off.
No, I'm not remotely. And I think he's doing it really cleverly. He's just non-stop. He's on the train, and he's staying on the train, and he's just going to keep on going. And I think that's great for him. Absolutely, absolutely great for him.
Do you want me to say hi to him for you?
I want you to kiss his face all over from me.
Gladly do that. Thank you
Okay,
so
good.
much. Thank you very,
Thank
very
you.
much.
Question for Naomi and Tom, as Matthias is not here at the moment. He's really one of our top talents in Belgium, and I wanted to ask both of you what makes him so unique, and where do you think lays his greatest qualities and artistic talents?
Well, well, he's an alpha male, right? Who's sensitive, so that narrows it down to probably a handful of actors in the world, really. Anyway, he's without wanting to write him a love letter. But
I've been praising him for days. I'm so tired of saying good things about him.
No, he deserves one.
No,
what makes
I
him
adore
good?
him.
You know, what makes him good? I mean, that's.
He's one of the best actors I work with. He's incredible.
Yeah, me too.
And like, you know, we improvised the scene in the kitchen in my house, and that it's very few people that that I've worked with that you feel like you can go in and just see where it's gonna lead into. It like be completely open. I trust him with my I trust him 100%, and he always surprised me, like, you know, and it was alive and moving, and he's very strong, very powerful, but very sensitive at the same time, and not competitive, like very generous, like so much love.
He's awake as well, you know.
Yeah.
He's awake and alive very much so. He doesn't phone anything in, so he's incredibly present. Something that is mind-blowing to me is he's speaking, his English is his second language, and his Brooklyn accent, as far as I'm concerned, is arguably the best accent in the film. And that just, to me, anyway, just from the outside looking in, and you know, is incredible. The fact that physically he's a masculine guy, but his sensitivity and his articulation and his sensuality is also awake.
How is your relationship with Matthias?
Really good, I hope. Yeah, we're good friends, and I really loved working with him, and I think the world is a better place for having him in it as an actor, and it's great that he's doing so much work.
British press was quite critical for his Belgian accent. What do you think of his accent?
I didn't read any of that stuff, and there's nothing wrong with his accent at all. He speaks perfect English, and it could easily just be a regional English accent, you know, like it would be regional French. No, that's just stupid.